Good morning, Joan. Happy Friday. Almost said Thursday. It's Friday today. I get confused sometimes 'cause I have so many 7 a.m. classes. But this is sports performance and mindset reset. So we're going to be going through the workout first. And then after that, we'll go ahead and get into our cool down and kind of start to reset our mindset going into the weekend. So today is day one, week three of phase one. So we're going to be doing more of a linear and lateral approach here. And we're going to be working for 45 seconds of the first movement, 15 of the second movement. So I'll go ahead and show everything and then we'll get started with our warm up. So first thing we're going to do, oh, and we don't really need any equipment today, but if you have something that you can step on, like a stool, a chair, or a couch, something like that, that would be helpful as we're doing some step ups today. So first two movements we're going to do some marching and skipping. So we're going to be skipping for 45 seconds, marching for 15. So for the skips, what it is we're driving that knee up, and we're going to double tap that foot. So we're double tapping, switching our arms, pounding the arms down like we're hammering here. And then marching is very similar, getting those knees up, keeping that core nice and tight. And then after that, we're going to be doing lateral squats and lateral marches. So we're going to do lateral squats for 45 seconds. So feet are going to be nice and wide. We're going to bring our hips down and back, squeeze the glutes, stand back up, and then other side, same thing. So alternating here for lateral squats. And then for the lateral marches, is just like our regular marches, but now we're gonna be stepping over. So we're gonna push off the inside of the right foot when we move to the left. So left knee comes up, push off the foot on the inside, and then back the other way, pushing off the inside of our foot. Getting those knees up using that core. Same thing as normal marches. We're just moving side to side. And then we're going to be doing step ups and lateral step ups. So for the step ups, we're going to do alternating here today. So stepping up with one leg, driving the knee up, and then switching sides here. So 45 seconds of that. And then for the lateral squats, we'll do 15 seconds. And we're going through the circuit more than one time. So we'll do the first side, the first round on one side, second round on the other side. So for the lateral step ups, it's just like a regular step up. You're planting that foot, you're just facing the opposite direction. Step up, drive the knee up and back down. So those are the lateral step ups. And then we're getting on the ground here and we're gonna do 45 seconds of plank to pike. So in our plank position here, pushing our hips up to the sky and back down. So we're gonna do that. And then for 15 seconds, we're gonna do plank walk. So in that high plank position, still keeping those shoulders tight, core tight, we're gonna move the arms and legs at the same time, 3 each direction. So we're just moving side to side there, making sure we're not taking huge steps. We want the hands to be kind of under the shoulders the whole time. And then finally, this is the fun one. So this one, we're only doing one movement. We're doing 45 seconds of work, 15 seconds of rest for this one. And we're doing lateral burpees. So for this, we're gonna jump up like a burpee, hands to the ground, feet back. And then when we come here, instead of jumping straight up, we're gonna jump to the side. And then burpee, jump to the side. So that is the full circuit here today. Like I said, you only need that step up. And if you don't have one, you can just do regular squats there for that time. And then we'll go ahead and get into our warm up here. So we're going to get started on our hands and our knees. And we'll be doing some quadruped rocking with that nice adductor stretch, getting our hips ready for all the lateral movement we're about to do. So on the hands and knees, I'm going to start with my right leg. I'm going to stick my right leg straight out to the side like a kickstand here, heel big toe, little toe on the ground. And we're gonna rock back, glutes to heels, hold for a second or two, squeeze and come back up. Just gonna do this a couple times. We're really getting those legs nice and warmed up here. And one more on this side. Awesome. Go ahead and switch on over. So my right leg was out. Now it's gonna be my left leg. Straight out to the side, rocking back. Squeeze the glutes and come back up. Make sure that core is staying nice and tight. Awesome. Let's go ahead and do one more wherever we're at. Great job. All right, next up, we're just gonna go ahead and we're gonna stand up and we're just gonna do some lateral squats again, just to get our legs a little bit warmed up, get those hips nice and warmed up. So we're gonna stand nice and wide. We're gonna do 3 on each side. So bringing one leg down, straighten out the other leg, squeeze the glutes, making sure we start to feel that stretch on the inner part of the thigh, but then we're also getting our knees, hips, and glutes nice and warmed up. One more each side here. Last one. Awesome, great job. We can go ahead now and get started. So again, we're skipping for 45 seconds, marching for 15 for this first one. Starting the timer here in 3, 2, 1, and go. I know we did a lot of skipping and marching yesterday in exos. This is a great movement to do, especially for sports performance, because when we're running, it's all about the knee drive and driving our knees up, especially with sprinting. So I know I do a lot of marching and skipping with my softball team. So it's a great movement for power and speed and quickness for athletes. So that's why we're doing it in our sports performance class today. Double tapping, driving the knee up, opposite arm, opposite leg comes up. It's a nice little rhythmic movement here. We don't have to jump super high either. If you notice, my toes are barely coming off the ground. We're going to 3, 2, 1. And now we're just going to march it out. Up next, we got lateral squats and lateral marches. Punching the ground away from us. 3, 2, 1. Right, nice and wide here. Squatting down, squeezing the glutes, coming back up. Making sure our hips are coming back and down. Our chest is staying up. We want to make sure we're not bending forward here. We want to bend at the knee tracking past the second toe, squeezing the glutes, driving through the ground. So exploding up, working a little bit more on single leg power here, but also that lateral movement. So to help us get better at moving side to side, get our knees a little bit stronger. 3, 2, 1, and now we're lateral marching. So pushing off the inside of the foot of the direction that we're going. So going to the left, pushing off the right leg, going to the right, pushing off the left leg. 3, 2, 1, we're doing step ups. I always do that where I'm talking and I forget to watch the time. So plant that whole foot onto whatever you're stepping on. Heel, big toe, little toe, just like with squats. We're pushing the whatever we're using away from us with our whole foot. Knees coming over that second toe as I squeeze my glutes and drive that knee up with my core. So we're exhaling, stepping up. We're being nice and explosive here. Up next, we're going to do the lateral step ups. We're going to do all on one leg, and then the next round we'll do all on the other leg. Whoops. 3, 2, 1. All right, I'm starting with my right leg here. Same thing, driving that knee up. Up next, we're doing plank to pike and plank walks. 3, 2, 1. So plank to pike here. So in our tall plank, push ourselves up and back down, making sure our shoulder blades are locked and loaded, pushing the ground away from us as we exhale and bring those hips up. Great job. We got plank walks after this, and then we're going right into those burpees, and then we'll have 15 seconds of rest before going into our second round here. Breathing out. 3, 2, 1. All right, plank walk. So we're walking to one side, keeping those hips level. 3 steps each way. Great job. 3, 2, 1. Straight into burpees. So we are jumping up onto the ground, moving to the side, landing with both our feet on the ground before gathering ourselves and jumping to the other side. Really making sure we are landing with both our feet. We're gathering ourselves as we land. If you're not in a place to jump, you can go ahead and just walk over to the other side instead of jumping over. The goal here is just to work on that lateral movement and get our knees, our ankles, our hips used to moving in multiple directions. Life is not lived in one plane of motion. 3, 2, 1. Okay, we are resting. And we're gonna get on to round 2. So starting with our skips and our marches, go ahead and grab a sip of water if you need it. 3, 2, 1. So we're skipping it. So it's a nice double tap, getting those knees up. Great job, you guys. Different movements today. Like I said, life is not lived in one plane of motion. So it's important to make sure we're training multiple planes. That's why we're doing a lot of lateral stuff today. Really good sport performance activity. Next week, we're doing the rotational stuff, which is a fun one. And then we'll do a little bit more weight training on day 3, which will be in 2 weeks. Great job. Keep skipping. We're almost there. Marches in 3, 2, 1. So we're gonna march that out. Up next, lateral squats, lateral marches. We're getting ready. Nice wide stance. 3, 2, 1. So bring our hips down and back. So from this angle, you can see I'm coming down and back. Chest is up, squeezing, coming back up. Exhaling as we come up, keeping that core nice and tight. Great job, you guys. Keep pushing. We got a little bit more to go here. We got lateral marches next, straight into step ups. Keep pushing, keep working, push that ground away from you. Heel big toe, little toe. Squeeze those glutes. 3, 2, 1. Lateral marches. So bringing those knees up, pushing the ground away from us with the inside of the opposite foot. We got step ups in 3, 2, 1. So we're alternating, driving the knee up each time. Exhaling, using that core. We don't want to feel this in our hip flexors as we bring the knee up. Letting that knee track past the second toe, driving whatever we're stepping on away from us. Great job. We got lateral step up after this. We're going to be using the opposite leg, so I will not be facing you guys this time. My apologies. Keep pushing. We're almost there. Push that. 3, 2, 1. Straight into lateral. So same thing. Push away from us. Whole foot is on whatever we're using to step up. We got plank to pike in 3, 2, 1. So we're in that plank position. Right. Was right. We are hands below the shoulders. Push those hips up and back down. Helps if you exhale as you push back up, keeping that core engaged. Nice job. Keep pushing. We got plank walks and then burpees. We're going to try and go through one more time, and then we'll cool down with that mindset reset. 3, 2, 1. Plank walks, going 3 each direction. Keep those hips nice and level. We got burpees right after this. 3, 2, 1. Okay, jumping up. And again, if you're not in a place to jump, go ahead and just step over. You can even do a lateral march over to the other side. Really working on pushing off of our whole foot, landing together, gathering ourselves, not keeping our knees straight. We want to land into our jump. Both feet. Pushing, landing. Landing mechanics, super important here, making sure we're not hurting our knees. 3, 2, 1. All right, we are resting. We got one more round to go. So grab some water. And we got skips. 3, 2, 1. So now we're skipping. Last round here, finishing strong. We got skips and marches. And then lateral squats and lateral marches. Great job. It's like being a kid again, right? We're skipping down the road. But our knees are really coming up. We want 90-degree angles in our knee out from our hips. Keeping our core tight. Our back is flat. Finishing strong here with these skips. 3, 2, 1. We're marching it out. Lateral squats are next. Lateral march is right after that. Great job. Y'all are doing awesome. 3, 2, 1. Nice and wide, toes forward. Squeeze the glutes. Keep the chest up. Awesome job. Keeping that other leg nice and straight. Putting all of our weight into the leg we're using. We're not putting any weight into the opposite leg here. Push the ground away from us. Heel big toe, little toe. Pushing the ground away from us. Being explosive here. Working on our lateral movement today. Getting better today. 3, 2, 1. Lateral marches here. Pushing off the inside of our foot. We are going to go right into step ups after this. And what we're going to do is 3, 2, 1. We're only going to do 40 seconds of regular step ups, and then we'll do 10 seconds on each leg of the lateral step ups. That's how we'll split that one up this time. Pushing with our whole foot, letting that knee track past the second toe. Our lean is slightly forward. We're not standing straight up. Coming forward over our chest, our center of mass is over the arch of our foot. Pushing up, exploding through, exhaling, driving that knee up. Lateral squats, 3. By squats, I mean step ups. We're going. Lateral step ups, we got 10 seconds on one leg. We're flipping around. 3, 2, 1. Other leg. We got plank to pike coming up after this. 3, 2, 1. All right, plank to pike. And then we got plank walks. And then we got burpees. And then we're going to cool down with our mindset reset today. Pushing the ground away from us. I get sweaty. Keeping that core tight, exhaling as we come up. Make sure our shoulder blades are locked and loaded. Exhaling, keeping that core tight. We got plank walks in 3, 2, 1. Plank walks in that high plank, going 3 each direction. Keeping those shoulders nice and strong, core tight, hips are down. 3, 2, 1. Burpees. Last thing, you guys, finish strong. Jump to the other side here. Great job. Pushing off, landing nice and soft. Keeping those knees soft. We don't want to hurt our knees, hurt our joints, or tear an ACL here. That's why we're doing this. Keeping our joints, keeping our ligaments nice and strong. We're almost there, finishing strong here. 3, 2, 1. And we are done with the circuit. Great job, you guys. Get a sip of water. And we're gonna make our way onto the ground for a cool down as well as our mindset reset. So we're gonna be on our hands and knees here. And we're doing some quadruped rocking again, but this time we're gonna reach through, actively rotating through the spine, opening up everything here. So adductor stretch as well. So heel big to little toe on the ground. Rock back with the arm that is this, oh my gosh, my right leg is out to the side, my right arm is gonna reach through and then back to center here. And as we start to do this, we're acknowledging and bringing awareness to the tightness in our body we feel. How does the stretch feel for you? Start to bring awareness to how our bodies feel today, what our energy levels are like. One more rock back here. And we're gonna go ahead now and do the same thing on the other side. And again, this is a great time too to be aware if one leg is tighter than the other leg. That can give us some, just a good feedback from our bodies here today. Really important to make sure we are listening to our bodies and how we feel. That includes how we're sleeping, how we feel throughout the day, what our mood is like, how hungry are we, and how sore are we? Are we recovering from these workouts? Do we need to, maybe attend some more stretch breaks? Let's go ahead and do one more rock back here. Slowing that breath down. Awesome. All right. Last portion of our cool down here, we're going to do some child's pose. So let's go ahead and bring those knees a little bit wider than our hips. And we can go ahead and walk those hands forward, forehead, chin, or cheek to the ground. And this is really where we're going to start to bring awareness to our breath. So we're slowing our breath way down here. We are exhaling longer than we are inhaling. So my favorite method is going to be 6, 4, 10. So inhale for 6, hold for 4, exhale for 10. So we're going to try and do that. And as we're slowing our breath down, we are bringing awareness to our breath. How does the air feel going through our nose? What do our lungs feel like? Feeling our low back expand, and with each exhale, really relaxing into the stretch. So getting further into the ground with those arms and letting those hips sink further back and really just releasing all of that tension we feel built up in our bodies from the stress we go through every day. Stress not only in our job, but also training, working out like this is a stressor on the body. So really bringing awareness to how we feel and letting our bodies recover from day to day. And as we're slowing our breath down and we are thinking about our stressors, maybe it can be a really good time to practice some gratitude here. Thinking about what we're grateful for, being grateful for our bodies for carrying us through that workout, grateful for any stress we may feel in our life. I know that's a really good way to
reset your mindset and reframe your mindset around stress is, if work is really stressful because you got a lot going on, like, being grateful that you're working, being grateful that people need you, like you're, necessary for your job. And, that's a good way to look at it instead of thinking like, oh, I have all these things to do. Like, wow, I have all these things I get to do today. And that's a good mindset shift too, is, shifting from I have to do this to I get to do this. So if you ever have any moments today, this weekend, maybe next week. Maybe you notice yourself doing it earlier this week, instead of thinking, oh, I have to do this, like shifting to I get to do this, because it's going to make it a little bit more fun. And it's also going to help, have a better, more positive outlook on what you have, what you're doing in your day to day. And it makes everything just a little bit more enjoyable and, all about that, the positive mindset surrounding everything. And that's just going to bring more positivity to you. The law of attraction, the more positive you are, the more positive things are going to come your way, the more that's going to flow to you. Um, so, really, just thinking about how we can shift our mindset when it comes to our stressors and really taking time every day to practice some gratitude. Whether it's something really small or someone you're grateful for. You don't necessarily have to tell anyone, but it is always nice to let people know that you are grateful for them if you are. And that can help you just put some more positive energy out into the universe. You can never have enough positive energy going into every day. So, starting off the day with, three positive things or three things you're grateful for, it's going to set the tone for a really good day. So, that's a good way to get into a good mindset going into the day, into the weekend. Even on Monday, sometimes it's hard to wake up on Mondays and get up and get going, but if, you're being positive, you're practicing your gratitude, it can make your Monday maybe a little bit better. And, maybe that also is including not thinking of it as, oh, it's another Monday, but like, oh, cool, it's another Monday, another day to improve, another week, a new week. It's almost going to be a new month. Next week's a new month. There's always new opportunities coming around the corner. And, every day is a new day to get better, to improve, to grow, whether that's physically, mentally, spiritually, emotionally. There's always room for improvement. And my motto is you get 1% better every day. So one day you do something that's going to make you better than the day before. By the end of the year, you'll be 365% better than you were when you started. And that's a lot of growth in one year. So really just focusing on baby steps, getting better each day. And that's just going to propel us all forward into where we want to be eventually. So that's my little mindset tip for the day. So we can start to come out of that child's pose. If you already did, I apologize. That was kind of a long time to be in child's pose, but it does feel very good on the hips. So we can go ahead and come out of that, or you can stay there if you'd like, but we can return to seated, kneeling, standing, however you would like to end. But that's going to be all the time we have for today's sports performance and mindset reset. So thank you for joining me today. Hope you enjoyed that workout. A lot of lateral movement. Always good to start the day with some movement and a good mindset reset. The sun is up. It's going to be a great day. Happy Friday. So hope you all enjoy your day. We do have one more class today, 12 p.m. Functional Fitness Friday and guided breathing with Luis. And as always, you can check out our YouTube if you'd like to take any classes over the weekend. And I will see you all next week for more classes and stretch breaks. But I hope you enjoy your weekend and thank you all for coming.